These motherfuckers. Jeez, these motherfuckers here. Always talk about betrayal. Because people don't understand betrayal and what it does to people. What they want to call another brick in the wall is what it is. And I've said in my mind to where I've been betrayed so much. And trust is a hard thing in this day and age. And it really shouldn't be. But people with their agendas and two-sidedness, and people don't understand. Oh, he's not very social. You want to know why I'm not social? You know why I'm not the way that most people are? And I don't know if I'm too nice or what. I mean, I've been told I need to stand up for myself and I'm too nice and stuff like that. But I don't understand how I attract people that like a magnet. Just I'm talking family members. I'm talking co-workers. I'm talking about everybody. That I mean, and I mean, I understand. There's some kind of variable that you're gonna have to have some bullshit slide with people because people have some bullshit. But I mean, the ornate disdain of which these people calibrate and glisten themselves within, especially here's the thing that really cracks me up the most is when things are like really obvious. And I mean, I don't know if maybe I'm just really intuitive or what, but I mean, I have a bullshit radar. And it's just really kind of cute to me when people contradict themselves, become hypocrites, or they are playing a role and at the same time there's another role. Like it's almost like schizophrenia. And it's funny to me because I mean I would never really call them out on it because it's kind of like somewhat entertaining. Number one. Number two, you want to see just how far it goes. And then number three, it's just like it kind of almost disbelief. It's like, this motherfucker for real? This motherfucker for real? I'll keep on with it. And but yeah, I think it's cute when people think of me as being dumb, oblivious, or unaware, or maybe that's what they think, or maybe they think they're just that slick. But you know, I've had a lot of disappointment, a lot of betrayal in my life, and the rocky roller coaster, you know, has gotten me to the point where I just feel like closing off. I mean, I've always preached love and everything, but you're gonna have to be selective who you give it to and share it with, and it just seems like bleeding. You know, I've got kids, and I try my best with them, and if it wasn't for just for their age and their disposition and my inbuilt responsibility and duty to raise children and to try to guide them through their life and teach them, I don't think that I would have any relationships with anybody. I'd be like a hermit. Seriously. That's just like at the point where I'm at. Um, and I just wish that, and I really, I know what the answer is. I've preached it before. And, uh, it's really, kind of what the root of religion, positive religions, I should say, try to get at, It's just a sharing, caring understanding of one another. And I mean, I've kind of failed on it because it's like, no matter how many layers you peel back, it's just, sometimes it's just, damn, dude, is there, really? And then I just kind of think about what would happen if I just reversed it. And sometimes I do that. And it's amazing to me just how hostile somebody will get if you hold up a mirror and you reflect and project exactly the same situation back on them. It's a total fucking mind-blowing situation that they get up in arms in. And that's why maybe I think that maybe I should start getting up in arms, getting all upset about shit, and just being like, what the fuck, Just stuff like that. And then, a lot of things that people say, and they don't realize that words echo within people's heads sometimes. And, whether you put a positive impact on somebody or a negative impact on somebody, it's been statistically proven that negative comments or negative experiences stay with a person longer. They have more impact. And that's sad. But, it's something that, when you start getting positive, you kind of get into yourself and you get, boost and you kind of feel good. You kind of continue. When you have a negative uh, criticism or comments or anything like that, you have to stop and deliberate on, and then start analyzing and then breaking it all down. I mean, if you give a shit. I mean, if you don't give a shit, you don't give a shit. I mean, and sometimes I don't give a shit if people are going to say what they want to say. But generally speaking, somebody said, "Well, and it was a negative assessment." You have to first you try to validate. Was this even real? Then you analyze it to how to repair or fix it. But at this point, there's no repair. There's no fixing it. The situation calls for, a complete change in my approach, my interactions, and uh, not a lot of people like it. I don't give a shit. You shouldn't have put that brick in the wall. Is it fair? No, it ain't fair. But life ain't fair. And maybe one day I'll snap out of it, but maybe I won't. This is shit, right? Like, that just makes you lose your mind. Makes you really just, like, want to transform and evolve into a barrier wall. And just not really give a fuck, bro. And it's just like, I got to drop this shit. Because, motherfucker, I know. I ain't. I fucking know. Can't slice it any other way. My dad once told me something, and it really took to heart because it made some fucking sense. And you can't bullshit a bullshitter. Okay? I mean, I've had bullshit down and water down my fucking deep conversations into a fucking menial existence because people are fucking shallow and they lie and they exaggerate and manipulate. And I've not yet come across somebody that can maintain genuine realness for a long period of time. It always gets complicated. I'm tired of complicated. I'm tired of betrayal. I'm tired of lies. I'm tired of all this Funani bullshit. And it's really funny how people can look you in the face and say something. And this shit just, how can you say that shit? Really? I mean, it's like talking to like a child. A child will sit there if you confront them, look you right in the face and lie. But the reason why is because they don't want to get in trouble and they don't want to face any consequences. Now, here's the real question. Okay. So if you definitely know without a doubt that somebody is betraying you, what is the technique or tactic? I mean, because, it's one of those things where when you're going to call somebody out, they're going to deny it. But for 100% certainty. So what then? And if, because you saw it with your own eyes, or you heard it with your own ears. I mean, you can't reproduce it or whatever, but you know for a fact. And not only that, just your gut intuition. Do you just kind of wait and wait and wait for that person to? I guess it goes by the severity, huh? I mean, I'm like talking about like cheating or stealing, or just stuff like that. I mean, do something that would be like a definite line in the sand. Because more often than not, sometimes that line in the sand gets drawn for me. That coupled with people with their hypocrisies, and it's just, you don't want to. I mean, people will say one thing and they'll do another thing, and if you call them out, they're like, well, they'll make an exception. These exceptions, folks, man, I've got exceptions too. Stop with your bullshit, or prepare just to not fucking deal with me, man. Because I've been beat up with this bullshit and hypocrisies and people with their agendas and ideologies. You know, here's a religion for you. Here's a philosophy for you. Here's a social ethic for you. Why don't you just fucking be good to people? Be honest. I'm not saying to fucking do anything for anybody anytime for free. I'm saying be good to people. Be nice. I mean, I know it's fucking hard. I know fucking people will fucking use you up when you don't have hardly anything. I know. I've seen people, you know, have an open hand and be very unappreciative for what they get. I know. And I'm not saying that I've never participated in behavior like that, but you have to evolve at some point. You have to put some feet on the ground and say, well, you know, a lot of stuff fell away from me. I mean, I was never a big thief. I mean, I learned from a kid whenever something got stolen from me, I didn't like it. So I dropped that habit, well before my teens. Um, but generally, be positive, be kind, be fucking honest. And if you can't be fucking honest, at least be fucking good. I mean, and if you're gonna fucking lie, don't think that the other person is a fucking idiot just because they haven't said anything or asked you any questions or anything like that. If you're fucking entangled in some bullshit and you're keeping it from somebody or whatever, you're betraying somebody, is what this is about. Betraying, that's a betrayal. Really stop and fucking think. Start open your mouth and fucking discuss some feelings. And I mean, I can't stand that shit.